Yeet Gang affiliates in this bitch. You already know what the fuck going on. You got me, the host, Shares, another Yeet Gang affiliate, aka Man on the Moon, joined today by Knox, aka Khalil. You got Keith, or Original KJ, or UltraKayJay on all his social media. It's Nolan, or it's Nolan XD, Nolan. And you got Chris. We ain't giving him none of his AKAs today. Too many. Today we joined by a special guest, Thatguy, aka Terrence. Introduce yourself, Terrence.
Alright, yo, it's the one, the only, often imitated, never duplicated, Thatguy. Follow me on Instagram, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video, answer the question of the day. Question of the day: what is the best PlayStation game? Oh, it's Persona 5. All right. So, all right. I know, right? Thank you very much. All right. Follow me on Instagram. I won't follow you back. I appreciate you, though. Let me get 100 right quick so I can get all my followers. All right. Follow me on Facebook, Terrence Lemon, TJ. All right. I gotta represent Colonial. All right. Colonial is my group. All right. Represent. Thank you very much. And buy your mama house.
Alright, thanks Terrence for the intro there for yourself.
That was lit.
So today,
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I look like Scrooge McDuck. Kratos is my son, and they call me Young Proto Man. All right, let's go.
Where's your enthusiasm?
Respect.
Man got more energy entire last time.
My man came in hard. Alright, so
yeah, thanks for having me, good.
No problem, dog. Now, Terrence is an interesting man, you know. I met him at my university. I brought him on specifically because this man has stories for days. Absolutely hilarious. Alright. That's why the episode name is Terrence Talks, trademarked by Keith. He came up with the name Terrence Talks. But I wanted to bring him on just for stories. I'm not even gonna hit topics, to be really. Unless we want to hit topics still, I really wasn't planning on it. I can still find some as he's telling stories.
Still gonna hit a couple topics, but the main point of this episode is Terrence Talks.
Pretty much. So I will leave it up to you, Terrence. Do you want to get straight into it, or do you want to hit some topics first and then get into it?
Let's do some topics first.
We'll do some
You were
topics
hoping he
first.
didn't say that, because now you have to look at some.
You was damn right I wasn't hoping he was going to say that.
Slipping. What?
But it's alright. Because motherfucker, guess what? December 7th, Smash Ultimate coming out. We getting more directs every day. We just saw 3 directs.
Garbage.
Damn. Oh my god.
No, I'm just joking. I'm not a heathen. I'm not a crazy person. That's about to be the best fighting game of all time. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it.
Okay, I ain't gonna say that one. I don't like that one. I like Tekken 7.
I'm calling it. You got Mega Man and Bayonetta in the same game. Excuse me.
I mean, it was also in Smash 4, and that game trash.
Yeah. We don't talk about that one. That's not the best one now. This one's gonna be the best one. You got a plant. You got a plant in this game. Excuse me.
Big facts. They got a whole.
You got a plant. You right about that one.
Exactly. You got a whole plant in here. This is the best game. This is gonna be the best game. Watch.
How are y'all feeling about that? You know, there was leaks that came out saying multiple characters were supposed to be in the game, and then that didn't happen. We got a piranha as a character.
The piranha plant still look lit.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Look, absolutely.
I would have rather had.
Gonna still be those piranha plant mains either way, so it don't even matter at this point.
You're right.
Still would have rather had Shadow, or, King Chomp with a piranha plant. Going from Mario, or a fucking Goomba with a spear.
Wartime Goomba.
It could have just been a lot more interesting for me.
I ain't fucking hit the leak, so I didn't know what this was.
My is lit though. That's such a goofy ass character. She's gonna stop moving. I know.
Everything in order. Yep.
So that's how we're feeling about Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and do a PSA to all these people. Right. First off, I see some people complaining. All right. I saw some people complaining about Piranha Plant. and some people saying like this game is about to be the worst thing ever. Everybody needs to shut up, all right? Because a direct ago, we were saying this is about to be the best game ever. He added all these mechanics just for us because we were complaining about stuff in Smash 4, and then he adds all these mechanics based on what we wanted and what we asked. And there's no way he would have thought to put that stuff in. But now we're gonna complain. Everybody needs to shut up, all right? Everybody needs to shut up. That's complaining, all right? Second off, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, this character is deconfirmed because of spirits. This character deconfirmed because of spirits." Y'all need to shut up too.
Gino is
because
deconfirmed.
Spirit mode. First off, we don't even know if characters are deconfirmed because of
Gino
spirit
not
mode.
happening, dog.
Second, all right, calm down. And second, spirit mode is supposed to replace trophies. All right. And last I checked, Lucas was a trophy before he was a character. I know he was in Smash. I know he was in Brawl.
Man, talk.
That's a talk for another time, all right? Gino's a talk for another time. There's some other characters like Dante that have a chance in the game, all right? So people need to shut up, and Gino's gonna be in the game.
Yeah. So passionate.
We will see on the release date.
We will see what the 5 DLC characters was. We'll see.
They'll
We'll
put
see.
the fucking.
Smash.
They can put the cloud in from Kirby. They can put the cloud in from Kirby before they put the fucking shot in. I bet.
True.
Well, all right.
We're gonna get cup of water. We're gonna get cup of water. Toaster. And we're gonna get
Can we get a Switch as like a character too?
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, he's gonna be in Smash. Yeah.
I thought he was already in the Smash game.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know.
That's actually the best Smash.
That was a setup.
That was a setup. So, since Terrence, you are the guest of this podcast, what type of hobbies you into, my dude? What else are you are into other than gaming? You know.
Well, okay. So stuff I'm into. Let me think. Trying to write some stories, not fan fiction though, because that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. We don't
big
go
facts,
that.
big facts.
But yeah, I'm trying to do some.
Cool.
Yeah, trying to do some unique stuff, you know.
UltraKayJay is into fan fiction. He's gonna write a Dragon Ball.
Hey, nigga, how much
he
you box
is.
me, fam? Fuck you. And you. Oh, gorilla face ass nigga. Oh, snacker snake looking ass nigga. Fight me.
Yo, his hands had like pink eye though. It was crazy, dog. His hands had like some wicked ass pink.
Yo, Khalil, don't you like Lolly? Shut your bitch ass up. Talk to me, fam.
Oh my god. This thing is like honestly.
Bitch ass nigga.
Lord have mercy.
What a
It's
passion
getting
comes
scary
from
up
my
here.
man.
I might need to go.
Yeah.
I might need to get my mom. It's getting scary. Yeah. Into writing. Doing anime.
Anime. Alright. Speaking of anime, watch anything interesting? A lot of stuff came out recently. God, I've been told to get in there by Christopher.
Yeah, you probably should. Don't let the first episode
Discourage.
you gonna see some
Don't let
stuff.
discourage.
Don't let it discourage you. You gonna see some stuff, but that's not the worst stuff ever, right? That's not the
I don't know
worst.
what you mean by that, but alright.
It's not.
Don't worry about it, all right? I'll tell
I
you
mean,
like this.
is it worse than Devilman Crybaby?
Huh?
Is it worse than Devilman Crybaby? Oh, then it's fine.
Nah, that's tame. See, I've seen some crazy stuff. I saw Berserk. Now that's crazy. And so, that's some crazy stuff. But nah, it's it's alright. It's for the new kids. All that crazy stuff. That's for the new kids. New kids is going crazy. They were losing. Yeah. People were upset with that first episode.
Dang, upset.
They were like, mistreatment of women or something like that. I'm like, what, man?
Wait a minute.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Did you see that video of some dude? I think he was comparing his shit to like. He tried to put a political spin to it. I don't know why.
A political spin to the first episode. That's what?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how good it is.
That's how you got me mad and intrigued. I'm watching that after the podcast, but you should stay for the entire podcast and also watch the movie.
It's crazy. I find the video again. I will definitely link it. Because that
Yeah,
dude
Chance,
has
did you put our link in the description?
I got you. Wait.
Chance, we prepared.
I don't think he was. I think he just wanted Terrence to come in and tell his stories and let that be it.
Here, no topics, no nothing.
I mean, I said that to him though. Did I not say that you can't?
No.
Yes, you did.
I 100% told you. I was like, yo, you hard carrying this podcast.
I
You got some
stories.
stuff.
Yeah, it's rough out here. It's rough out here, alright? I got some stories.
I specifically want the first one, the one that I know. That one was hilarious to me because I was a part of that one.
What's that one? You gotta remind me. What are you
The
talking
one
about?
where your plan is, I'm gonna just sit here and wait for her to walk through.
Transition into a story.
plan.
Oh, John. Okay.
Just to say
All
what-
right. This is the build-up, all right. This is time for my stories, all right. Well, let me go back. Let me go ahead and start with my name first, all right? Because you know, not a lot of people just name themselves. They usually like get it based off of somebody else, all right? So I was trying to do this Smash tournament. It was when the new Smash came out, and I forgot my driver's license. So I drove back to like go get it, and then when I came back. And before all this, I already had a name for myself. But I'm not gonna say because it's embarrassing. We don't talk about that. Whatever. So,
Now we need to know. Why'd you bring it up?
No, it's okay. So I was gonna go get my driver's license, right? And they were like, "Oh, we didn't know what to call you." So we said, "Oh, it's that guy." I'm like, "Huh? Excuse me? That's not a good name." And so ended up sticking. Because that other name was kind of bad, you know.
You can't keep bringing that name around and not
okay.
drop it.
That's a story for another time. Don't worry about that. It's okay. Don't worry about that. All right. Okay. So here we go. I guess this will be like the biggest story because I got some other ones, but I guess this one's the biggest one, and it was like recent. Okay. So I have like. I can't even call it bad luck because it's just me, all right? I just have bad situations with women, right? Bad situations with women, all right? So,
Shut up.
So, what was it? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, right? Actually, not even 2 weeks ago. Like a month ago, I saw this girl, right? She's like the most attractive girl on campus, right?
She really
Like,
is.
Yo, I'm like, oh my gosh, man. Like, I gotta, man, I don't know what I gotta do, but I'm about to do it. I gotta do it. And so, I was like, you know what? Next time I pass her, I'm gonna ask her what her name is, alright? Because I had the system. I didn't want to know what her name was. I wanted her to tell me, alright? I had the system, okay? I'm about to tell you the system, but not right now, because that's not important right now. All right, so I'm like, okay, next time I see her, I'm gonna ask for her name. A week and a half goes by, and I haven't seen her. I was losing my mind. I was panicking. I was having a panic attack. I'm like, did she transfer colleges? Did she go to another dorm? I'm losing my mind. Is she fake? Did I see a ghost? Am I afflicted? Am I haunted? I don't know. I gotta find her. All right. And so then I was getting real desperate. It was like Friday. No, it was like Thursday. And you know, I'm out in the gym now. I'm getting my gains right. And so I got these friends that are girls, right? They start going too. And so then I'm like, hey, I need y'all to help me. It's gonna sound crazy. But I need you guys to help me. They're like, okay. So I was like, look. I'm going to describe this girl, but it's going to be the worst description ever. Sure enough, it was. I was like, all right, I'm looking for this girl. She's like, yay high, like 5 inches, like tall, shorter than me, shoulder length hair, Native American. I didn't know what distinction, because I'm not trying to be racist out here.
For context, majority of the school is Native American. Continue.
Oh. Yeah, perfect, right? All right. And then I'm like, she's like naturally pretty. I don't know what that means, but I mean, some people are like naturally attractive. All right, so whatever. Yeah. I was like, help me out. They're like, okay, we tried. They're bad plugs. They didn't help me out. They're gone. I don't care. All right, so I'm still losing my mind. I'm all depressed and stuff because I'm like, this girl really got me out here going crazy. All right. So I go to class, right? I go to class at like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? And then I was like, oh man, I read this book. Now, mind you, I had this book test that I had to take. Like it was Thursday, and the book test was Friday in the morning, right? At 8 o'clock. No, at 10 o'clock, right? The test was at 10 o'clock. I was up at 8 o'clock, and I read that book until like 2 o'clock at night, right? So, I definitely passed that test. I got like a 90 on it. See, I do this out here. This is what I do, all right? And so I was about to sit behind. I was about to wait in class and be like, hey, teach, this book is nice, all right? This book did something to me. It gave me the feel. But then I was like, nah, I just need to go back to my room because I got to get ready to go. Right? So I go, and I pass the girl, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It's been a week and a half. She got me tripping. All right, but then I was like, you know what? It's cold out here, and it's raining, and I don't play that mess. So I'm about to go up in my room, and I'm about to finish my stuff. And so I let it go. Right? And then I was like, you know what? It'd be real great if I got to see her again. I'll set it in my mind. Right? So I was getting ready. Then I went to my next class at like 12. Then I got out of that class. And sure enough, I saw her again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right. So then I was like, you know what? Let me follow her a little bit to see where she's going. All right. Then I was like, oh, she's going to class. It's not stalking. I was just trying to figure stuff out. All right. Don't judge me.
But it's cool.
Yeah. So then she was going to class. So I'm like, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait in our dorms. Why? Because we both live in like the same dorm. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait right here. All right. So I was waiting for like 30 minutes. I got my cousin on the phone. I was like, hey, you gotta hype me up, man. So he was hyping me up. We were talking about the My Hero movie. That movie was sick. All right.
That's where I walked
and then
in.
Chance comes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Chance comes through, right? And we talking, and then he's like, yo, what are you doing down here? I'm like, hey, I'm waiting for this girl, all right? I'm about to say something. He's like, yo, I gotta see this. Then I was like, cool, I don't care. I'm still gonna make this happen because I'm about to do what I need to do, all right? So he sits in the back, right? Then she comes through, and I'm like, oh boy, it's time, all right? And here's the system. Here's what I did. It's corny, but it works. All right, for all those nice guys, whoever's listening, for all the nice guys that don't know how to say something, all right?
Yeah.
Shut up. This is what you do, all right? Hold on, all right? This is what you do, all right? Get ready. This is it. This is it. Shut up, open your ears, sit down, and listen. This is it, all right? So I was like, hey, can I get your name, all right? Then she was like, oh, my name is blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. My name is Terrence. Then I was like, oh, I didn't offend you by asking for your name, did I? Because everybody get offended nowadays. So you're supposed to laugh at that. She didn't really laugh.
No, she didn't laugh.
Like,
she didn't laugh. She was serious.
It's okay. But it's okay. That don't matter. That's just to break the ice. You just say that to break the ice, because after you ask for the name, you get awkward. Don't get awkward. Just break the ice, right? So then I was like, yo, it'd be cool if I got to meet you get to know you. Is that cool? And then she was like, yeah, whatever. So I'm like, all right. Dang. And so at this point, I had like a mini spasm attack in my body because I'm like, I can't believe this. And so then I was like, you know what? Just give me whatever social media you want. I really don't care. All right. And so she gave me Instagram. So I was like, all right. Then she was like, all right. So she walked off. And so I was hyping. I was
hyping with him.
She was hyping me up.
I was hyping.
It was crazy. I was dying in my body. All right. And then she came back around the corner, and she was all like, oh, I'm lesbian. and I don't want to give you the wrong impression. And I'm like,
I was dead. I was fucking dead.
I was like, no, it's okay, it's cool, no, it's cool, it's okay. Man, like, I died for like 5 seconds, and then it was the funniest thing ever. Like, it was great. It was great, y'all. Yo, man.
I can't believe y'all started story time early on me. How come?
Oh, guest star.
Oh, expert pilot, aka Brandon, has arrived.
Later rival, you dickhead.
Hey, I said what time it will start, but it's what it's.
Damn, my dude.
Oh God, who's eating their mic?
Nolan has mic problems.
What is it you're after today?
Man, but yeah, that was rough. That was.
That shit breaks my heart, dude.
Yeah, it broke my heart.
So how long ago did y'all start this? How long what I have missed?
About a couple of times.
That was his first story. That was the first one.
Alright, I didn't miss them. I'm good. Let's keep going.
Okay, let me think. Are we just gonna let me see. Yo, Chance, was there another story I told?
You told the ones you told me was the mom, low key kind of like the Waffle House story. That one. You had Waffle House. You had the food line one.
Okay. So let's just do like my relationship like history, all right?
Yeah.
Man,
We're just gonna do my relationship history, okay? Because it's really it's not my fault, all right? It's not my fault. All of this stuff that's about to happen, not my fault, all right? So let's go. We'll do like we'll do them in like chronological order from like what happened like 2 weeks ago to like 2 years ago, all right? I was at Waffle House one day because I really like Waffle House. I like the syrup. Don't judge me. I know it's dirty, but I like the food. It's okay. Just close your eyes, all right? Just close your eyes when you're there, and then it's fine, all right? So I'm there, right?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm there, right? And I saw this cashier, right? She was mad cute. I was like, oh dang, she's cute. But I was too shy, so I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to say, so I'ma just leave like a dummy. See, in hindsight, I would have.
hindsight's always 20/20.
Stuff would have changed, right? Stuff would have changed if it was now, but whatever, right? So I go again. She there. We don't say much. And then I go again. And then I go again. And I'm like, I'm spending a lot of money going to Waffle House. And so then I'm like, hey. Well, I don't even know what I said. I was like, blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, blah, 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 blah. My name is Sam. I'm like, oh, cool. My name is Terrence. Blah, 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 blah. All right? And so still nothing happened. All right? And so I'm still going to Waffle House like a dummy, getting waffles and eggs, and like spending all my money because of this cute waitress. But I'm like, whatever. And so one day I'm like, hey, can I get your number? And then she's like, yeah, sure. And so then I had a mini heart attack in my mind this time, right? Not in my body, in my mind this time. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Aneurysm. Yeah, okay. That, right? And so, you gave me a number, right? And so, like, I waited, like, a day, because you don't text immediately. That's weird. Don't do that. That's crazy. And so, I text her, like 2 days after or something like that. And, like, no reply. And then I text her again. And it was like, yo, bro, who's this? I don't know you. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Never mind. And so, like, I'm like, what the heck's going on? And so I go to Waffle House. By this time, I decreased my visits to Waffle House because it's a struggle out here in the South, and we don't got money like that. And so I'm like, hey, what happened? And then she was all like, oh, man, I don't even remember what she said. She said something like, somebody else was like messing with her phone or something. I don't even know. But I'm like, whatever. Okay, cool. And so, like, another day, like, another, like, week goes by, I text her again, nothing. And so then at this point, I'm like, all right, Terrence, you need to make a choice. Because this Waffle House thing ain't working. Because I can't just walk in Waffle House and leave. That's weird. And
I said it ain't that weird.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut her off. All right, done. It's over. I can't figure this out. This is too much. Either that's her number or it ain't her number. I give up. I quit. And not my fault. All right. And so here's the next one, right? All right. So the job I had before, because I've been out of school. I'm 22, so I've been out of school for like 4 years, right? So for those 4 years, I was working. And so the last job I had, I was at a retail game store. And I have to tell, it was a game store, used game store. And I got a lot of good stories about that. So once I'm done with all these relationship stories, I got some stories about like my whole job. Because my boss is like stupid. But just remember that. She's not stupid because I didn't like her. She was actually stupid. But we're gonna get to that. And so there's this Japanese place. So like it's this whole like strip. There's like a movie theater, an Italian restaurant, like a party place, and then like at the end is like this ice cream place and like this Japanese food place, right? And so I go there every once in a while to get food. But Japanese food is expensive, and we in the South, we don't got money like that. So I go every once in a while, all right? And so I'm there. There's some cute girls. You know, sometimes I'm like, okay, whatever. But then like one day, I go. And this girl, like I couldn't believe it. Like I didn't know what happened. I don't know what I missed. But all of a sudden, this girl was just working there, and like, if I had to put her on the scale, she was like either an 8.5 or a 9. Like oh my goodness. And so I'm like,
Oh my damn.
yes, exactly. Yes, ma'am. All right. And so I was like, hey, same thing. I didn't do anything because I'm stupid. And just a couple of days, like a couple of weeks go by, and I go up in there and get food, and I don't, say nothing. And this is a little bit worse than like Waffle House, because I was spending like $3 at Waffle House. I was spending like $6.50 at this Japanese food place. And so I'm like, this can't go on forever. And so I'm like, yo, you want to hang out sometime? Okay, guys. All right. I need y'all to listen.
I'm listening.
I'm listening, man. I'm invested.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
I
invested.
need y'all ears, because some nonsense is about to happen.
Ah, shit.
Some bullshit.
Okay, so I was like, hey, you want to hang out sometime? She was like, sure. And so then the next thing I said was, and then she was like, yo, let me give you my number. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't even ask for it yet. That's a good sign. I don't know. Hey, I'm gonna take it. That's a good sign, right? And so she gave me her number. I'm like, dang, all right. So put it in my phone, and then I waited like a day, I think. And so then I was like, hey, so do you want to like go out to eat, or do you want to hang out like somewhere? And so she was like, probably hang out. But I got a boyfriend, so don't get any wrong ideas. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Excuse me? What the fuck?
Are you actually kidding me?
You offered me your number. It ain't the other
And
way
so,
around. What the hell?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I go to my boys. Shout out to Colonial. All right. That's my shout out to them. All right. So I go and I'm like, yo, like I gave them the situation, and they're all like, bro, that's kind of weird that she just gave you her number out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, I know. And so nothing happened for like a couple of months, and then enrolled to school and stuff like that. But then I went back home, right? I went back home, and like I went to the Japanese food place, right? No. I didn't go there. I went to my old job because I was trying to see if they were struggling, because we're going to get there in a minute, because it's rough out there. All right? And so then I go back to the Japanese food place, and she was there. I'm like, yo, what's up? She's like, oh, nothing. And she was like, hey, we gonna have this party if you want to go. I'm like, straight up, okay. And so I go to the party, right? And let me back up a little bit. Let me back up, all right? So once a girl gave me her number, like I went up in there like one time, and then she was all like, oh, y'all got GameCube controllers? I'm like, yeah, we got GameCube controllers. Like, we usually don't, but we do this time, alright? I can put it on hold for you. She's like, cool. Alright. And I was like, okay, I got you. And so then, I was all like, oh man, let me see if she play Melee. Because if she don't, she a scrub. And she trying to play something like Harvest Moon on GameCube. And we don't play that mess. So I'm like, hey, what you trying to play Melee or something? So she was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Smash. And I'm like, yo, you play Smash? She's like, yeah, I'm kind of okay. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. We have to see. And so then she was like, oh, yeah, we will have to see. Then I was all like, put your money where your mouth is. If I beat you, we gonna have a match. If I beat you, then I'm gonna buy you that controller. Controller is $20. And we don't got money out here, and I usually don't make bets unless I'm gonna win. So I was like, look, I'll buy this controller if you beat me. But if I win, I get free lunch. So she was like, bet. I'm like, yeah, bet. Watch what's gonna happen. Alright, so let's fast forward to this party, right? We at this party, and her boyfriend come out to Wazoo. And so she's all like, this is my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay, nice to meet you, man. Then they bust out Super Smash Brothers Brawl, alright? They bust out Super Smash Brothers Brawl. And I'm like, yeah, Brawl. And I haven't played Brawl in like 3 years. But I wasn't about to lose that year. So I'm like, alright, I'm about to run through everybody, alright? So I'm just doing it casual. I'm going easy on some people. And then, alright, then her boyfriend and me were doing 1v1. And I'm like, you might have the girl, but I'm about to have all these W's. And I just whooped them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And it felt good. Alright? And I got that free lunch because I beat her too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Delicious.
Let me see. What else? Okay, I got one more. And then that's it for the relationship. So I'm at alright, this is the worst thing ever, alright? So I'm working, I forgot where I was working this time. I think I was working at the game store, whatever, I don't know. And my mom calls me, or I call her, I don't even know what happened. But one day, we're just talking, and she's all like, oh, there's this cute cashier at Food Lion. And I'm like, are you sure she's cute? Because, alright, I'm about to drop some knowledge on the people that are listening, alright? I'm about to drop some knowledge. Are y'all ready? Open your ears. Listen up. Here we go. Women see attractiveness different from how guys see attractiveness. All right. How guys see attractiveness, they put it on a scale. Obviously, you always hear that, right? Yeah. Women. Here's how women do it. All right. In general, this is how they do it. They base attractiveness on, is that person cute or not? And so normally when a girl is like, oh, let me hook you up with my friend, either like their thought process is either they're cute or they're not. Oh, they're cute. And so when they introduce us to them, they don't necessarily meet on the number that we're looking for. Like some guys want like 7. Yeah, some guys want 7. One guy wants 6.5. Like, if a girl sees like another girl and they're like, oh, she's cute, she might be like a 5 or like a 6. And like, I want like a 7, so that doesn't work out for me. So whatever. And so, like, my family's, like, notorious for, like, doing that. They'll see, like, a 5, and they're like, oh, you gotta meet this girl. I'm like, well, she's not ugly. But dang. And so, I was like, you know what, Mom? She don't lie to me, so I'm about to trust you this time. And so she's like, well, you gotta meet this girl. And so I'm like, is she single? And then my mom was like, true. And so I'm like, oh, is she cute? And then my mom was like, true. And I'm like, all right. And so I did the worst thing ever. All right? I did the worst thing ever. Because my mom was like, oh, I'm going to go to Food Line. You want to go with me so I can show you the girl? I did the worst thing ever. I said yes. And so we go to Food Line. And we see the girl. And the worst thing happens, all right? The worst thing happens. We get up to her, or we got our stuff. I think we got like some fruit or something like that. We get up to her, and she's all like, and then my mom's all like, hi, this is my son I was talking about. And I'm like, oh no, please stop right there. Don't say anything. And she kept going. She was like, all right, this is my son. He's so nice. It'd be so great if y'all, got together or something like that. I'm like, no, stop. Don't, what are you doing? Don't, no. Yeah, nail in the coffin.
Suicide by words, am I right?
And so then she was like, oh, I'm going to let you guys talk and get to it. And I'm like, oh my God.
Murdered by words.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mom. And so then I was like, well, I need to say something because it's been quiet. I need to say something. So then I'm like, so can I get your number, I guess? So she was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, all right, give me your number. And so then I wait a couple of days because we don't text on first day. Don't do that, guys. Those who listening, don't do that. That's weird, all right? It's weird. And so I text her like 2 days later. She don't say nothing. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And so like I wait, then I text her again. I'm like, hey, you want to hang out this weekend? Then she's like, I'm sorry, I got something going on. I'm like, okay. So then I wait. The next weekend, I'm like, hey, what you trying to do? Then she's like, oh, my friend's coming in from town. I can't hang out. I'm like, oh, word? And so then, cut her off. She gone. Done. I couldn't play games with that.
What do you mean? 2 times. Go.
It was too late. It was too late for her. It was too late for her. It's done. It's done. Too late for her.
2 strikes, motherfucker. You did 2.
It's too late for her. After that bad first impression, it was halfway over.
I mean, you got murdered by words.
It really took a strike away.
I did. My mom really dug me a grave. All right. So it's time for the real stuff. All right? I'm about to talk about the last job I had. And this last job, I'm about to put it on blast. Place called Pro Gaming. Pro Gaming in Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right. Don't go there because the boss will rip you off. All right. If she sees this, I really don't care because I tried to help her. All right. So let's go to the beginning. All right. Let's start at the beginning. So I don't got no job. And my dad was like, hey, you gotta get a job, man. And I'm like, I know. And so I had the option to choose between working at a movie theater and working at this game store. And now this game store, I've been like shopping there ever since it first opened up, right? And it wasn't like I really like wanted to work there, but I was like, well, one of the workers knows me, and like she's cool, so whatever. I was gonna work at the movie theater, but like I had one training day, and then they didn't call me back. And so then I said, well, you know what? Let me. So I did. This might sound stupid, but I was like, let me go to the job that's actually gonna give me hours. And then my family got mad at me, but whatever, it's okay. So Then I'm all like, all right, I'm gonna start working here. They gave me this interview. It was all right, and I'm in the job, got the job, right? And so I'm also working with this other dude. And like a week goes by, and then I don't see the dude anymore. And I'm like, what happened to old buddy? And then girl was like, well, we had to choose between him or you, and we chose you. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not even that good. I don't even know how to put money in the cash register. He was like, but you put the money in the cash register better than him. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, whatever.
He must have been trash.
And so, like, I'm working there, couple of days, couple of weeks, pretty alright. And then we got some weird stuff happening, alright? So we got some weird stuff. And so, I'm like, yo, I never really see the owner a lot. And so they're all like, oh, let me tell you about the owner. So, viewers, listen, let me tell you about the owner, alright? I'm about to tell you some normal stuff, and then I'll tell you the weird stuff. Let me tell you the normal stuff. The owner doesn't know a single thing about video games.
Huh.
Now, let me clarify this, alright? When I say she doesn't know anything about video games, I'm saying that the game that she knows and she like has played only one time, a long time ago, was Tetris. She doesn't know video games. And she opened up the store. Let me tell you why she opened up the store. Because things are about to get crazy now. So she opened up this store because her son said she wanted her to open up a video game store. He was like, I want you to open up a video game store. And she was like, okay. And she did it so he could work in there. And then, like, he worked for, like, 2 weeks, and then, like, he just stopped. And I'm like, wow, must be nice to just ask for whatever and get whatever. That's crazy. And so, like, she doesn't know about video games. That's gonna come into effect later. Just keep that. She doesn't know about video games, right? And so I'm like, what does she do? So here's what my boss does. She comes in and she turns the alarm off, and she gets the money, and like she takes the money out and counts it, and then she puts the money back in, and then she leaves, and then that's it.
What?
And like, okay, that's kind of weird. But you know, whatever. Okay, whatever. And at this time, I didn't know that she didn't know about video games. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. You know, people do whatever. Okay, cool. And I'm trying to remember some like important stuff, but I'm just gonna go through it. So a couple of days go by. I mean, a couple of weeks go by, and then stuff just gets weirder and weirder, right? And so now we're gonna transition to the coworkers because this is gonna bridge the story, all right? So I got this one coworker, right? And we're cool now, but let me tell you about this coworker. This guy he was like an Xbox diehard, all right? Now that was okay. It was okay to be an Xbox diehard like 2 years ago, all right? Like it was kind of bad this year and last year, all right? Little side story. I saw PlayStation 4 come out, saw Xbox One come out. I didn't get either, and I was like, well, when I need it, guess I'll get it. And so then I heard Persona 5 was coming out, and I'm like, well, guess I gotta get a PlayStation now. Got a PlayStation, and later on, I saw that Xbox kind of sucks, and I'm like, well, I was like, how does Xbox suck? And then I saw like there were no exclusives coming out. There's nothing coming out. There was no games, and so I was like, wow. At first it was funny, and then it got kind of sad. And now it's kind of okay. 'Cause I got Forza, so that's good. I guess they got Forza. All right, so let's fast forward, right? So we're back with my coworker, right? And this dude tried his hardest to sell Xbox One, and I'm like, dude, Xbox One is trash. He's like, nah, man, Xbox One is nice. And I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, yo, and I, look guys, I'm not over exaggerating. He would say the same thing every single time. If he's ever trying to sell Xbox One, he's like, oh, man, Xbox One's got good games. It's got Rise, Son of Rome. It's got Sunset Overdrive. It's got Gears of War. It's got Halo. I'm like, excuse me? Rise, Son of Rome? And so then I was like, let me not be biased. Let me not be biased. So I go and look up Rise, Son of Rome, and that game garbage. Actual garbage, right? Now, that's not me being an Xbox hater. I like Xbox, but Rise, Son of Rome is garbage. And, like, see, it's not even like the Xbox that's garbage. It's Microsoft and the decisions that they make that were garbage. So I'm like, look, dude, like, don't be trying to sell people, like, Xbox One. Trash. Don't even, no. And, like, at that time, like, there was, like, news in Japan that, like, they were selling Xbox Ones in Japan as, like, Blu-ray DVD players. And I'm like, bro, like, come on. Don't try to sell, like, a glorified DVD player. This thing is garbage. So, like, couple more weeks go by, and I'm doing my thing. I'm like, at this point, I'm like the best salesman, because I like literally sell like anything. Like, we had like retro games in there, and I was literally like selling like anything. I could like basically sell anything in there. All right. And so this is where stuff starts to get crazy. All right. So I start to learn more and more why my boss is like stupid. And like, she isn't like, see, there's different types of stupid. She's crazy stupid. And so like I'm going through you know, my work weeks, and then I see that we have a NES Classic in our glass display. And I look at it, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, why is this $230? Wait a minute. And one of my coworkers is all like, well, bro, that's how much she bought it for. And she can't just mark it down. And so with my logic, I'm all like, if she doesn't mark it down, she's never gonna sell it. And then my coworker was like, yup. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, I guess she's going to do what she got to do. And we just had that thing for like 6 months. It was there for 6 months and we never sold it. Am I out?
Oh, well.
Shit.
Hold on. What was it going in there?
Why did she buy it?
Yeah, that's one thing. Who the fuck starts a store just because someone said, hey, you should start up a store?
That is
Like,
good.
How do you have the money to blow like that?
When buying it.
Hello? Hello?
I truly don't understand that.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Hey, were y'all hearing everything?
You kind of cut out a little bit, I guess.
Oh, okay. Okay. So back to the story. I was at the NES Classic, right? So she didn't want to mark it down. Very stupid. Yeah. This is Terrence. All right. So problem with my boss, right? Here's some more problems with my boss. I couldn't just like go up to her and tell her, hey, this isn't smart. You should probably mark this down. There was a lot of things going on in the store that I can talk to her about because she was like kind of racist. And so like the girl that was working there, my manager, like when she was working there, like we were just talking, she was just telling me more and more stuff. And I'm like, you're saying she's racist, you're not serious, right? And so then she was all like, yeah, she's actually kind of racist. And then like, nah, it's not true. And so, like, she wasn't like flat out racist because she did hire me, but she would like say some racist joke and then she'd laugh, and like she did that laugh to like make you laugh, and I'm like, bro, that was kind of racist. I don't think I want to laugh at that. That's actually kind of racist. And so couldn't really say anything to her. The only people, you know, that would listen, the only people that she would listen to was my coworker, who was, of course, white. So yeah, she was kind of racist. And so I couldn't talk to her about that. Couldn't talk to her about changing prices on some stuff. And so now we really get to the crazy stuff. So like we never bought new games. So every time somebody would come in to like buy like Assassin's Creed Origins, right? Assassin's Creed Origins came out and people were trying to buy it. And every like for a week somebody would be like, "Oh, got Assassin's Creed Origins?" We'd be like, "Nope, we don't got it." And then like Madden 18 came out. They're like, "Oh, you got Madden 18?" Like, "Nope, we don't have it." And so like one day I'm all like, "Yo, why don't we have new games?" And my coworker was like, "Oh, boss doesn't want to buy new games." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Why?" And then they were like, "Well, you know, she doesn't want to, you know, use the money." And I'm like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And so here's her type of crazy. My boss is like crazy. She's like stupid crazy. All right. Everybody's got a different type of crazy. She was stupid crazy. So my boss didn't like to use money, but whenever we were like low on controllers, she would buy third-party controllers. Like she would buy a lot of third-party PlayStation 2 controllers. Like the messed up like sticky stick, like broken, dusty, smells like cigarette controllers. And I'm like, nobody wants to buy this. And like I'd have to like I had to stand there and sell these controllers to these people that didn't want to buy these controllers, and they get upset with me, and I'd be all like, "Hey man, I'm trying to do like I'm trying to help you out. I can't do anything about it. She don't listen to me." And so didn't spend her money well. There's times where we would need to like update the system because the prices were bad. Like the prices were like off. People like there's games that are like $5 that are like priced at like $10, and I'm like, we gotta change that. And like the only person that could do that was her, unless she gave the privileges to somebody else. Gave like the admin like controls to somebody else. She would never give it to anybody. Because one, she was racist, and then two, she'd only like listen to one person, and he was in the military, so he wasn't able like to work on a daily basis. And so she was the only one who could like make changes on prices, but she would never make changes on prices. And so for about 3 months, we needed like change the inventory, but we never did. All right, so like days are going by. I mean, weeks are going by. Whatever. So I'm dealing with, you know, like dumb racist bossos, but it's like whatever. It's okay. Then I hear some more crazy stuff, right? So Black Friday is coming around the corner, right? And everybody's doing their sales, right? Everybody's doing their sales. So I'm like, oh man, what are we gonna do? And so then my coworker's like, we ain't gonna do nothing. And I'm like, huh? And then they're all like, yeah, well, you know how the person likes to lose money. She's not about to do a sale. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, I have like 5 ideas for sales we can do for Black Friday. And then they're all like, well, you can try. And so we have like this bargain bin that's in like the front of our store. It's not really a bargain bin. It's just all the games that came out to like below $5. And so I was joking, saying like, well, we could slap a sign on that and call that the Black Friday sale, since she's not going to do anything about it. And we almost did that. So Black Friday comes around, right? And I want you guys to pay attention to this. We only sell used games because she doesn't buy new games. We only sell used games. So for Black Friday, we had a 2-day sale. The first day was kind of okay. She was doing like 20% off on like PS4 and Xbox controllers, so that was cool. The next day, she had a sale on games. She had like this, like 5% sale on new games. 5% off sale on new games.
5% off. 5%. That shit's sick, dude.
And the problem, see, the problem's not even 5%, because that's low. That's low. But that's not the problem. The problem was we didn't have any new games.
Like, how new were the games? Was it like 2012 new, or was it like 2018?
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so we had new games, but let me tell you what they were. Our new games weren't new games. They were games that weren't open yet. So we had stuff like, Pro Evolution Soccer, like 2015, that wasn't open. And we had like Duke Nukem Forever that was like unopened. And that was going on sale.
Boy, what you mean?
That was our sale. Yeah, that was it. And so, like, people were upset. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I tried. This is what we can do. And then, like, we had, like, 5% off on, like, some other, like, used games and stuff like that. And it was trash, because they were, like, it was, like, cookie cutter, like, Pet Rescue Center for, like, DS. And, like, Cooking Mania or something like that for, like, PlayStation 1 or something. Like, we had some, like, trash select. Like, it was, guys, it was, like, really bad. It was, like, really, really bad.
Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yes, Pro Evolution Soccer. And guess what? If I go there today, it's probably still there. And so, yeah, that was bad. Alright, so now I'm, like, going through the motion, because I'm getting paid, like, $7.25. I'm getting minimum wage at this job. Alright? But it was, like, 8 minutes from my house, so it was okay. It was, like, worth it. And there was a cute waitress, there was a cute cashier that I didn't know had a boyfriend at the time, so it was all cool, alright? And so, I forgot some of, okay, here's some more stuff. Now, my boss is like crazy stupid, but now I find out that she's scummy, alright? So, we have like this suggestion box, and like, from time to time customers with like suggestions in it. And they were starting to put stuff, like, they were starting to put comments about me. They're all like, oh man, he's like the best, like, he's like the best worker, he's like awesome. Because I was doing some crazy stuff. I was like, holding things, like, our whole policy was for like a week. I was holding stuff like for a month for people, because I knew they were going to come in and get the stuff. So I was like holding stuff for them, and like, I was doing stuff like finding games for them, and like, they were like trying to like remember, like, there was like this dude that was like, oh man, I'm thinking of this game, but I can't, I don't got it. I'm like, well, I can help you out with that. Like, I'm really good at that. He was all like, oh man, it was on the Dreamcast, and like, it was multiplayer, and I was like, yo bro, power stuff. He's like, what? And so I showed him, like, yo, that's the game. And I'm like, yeah man, we got that. And so like, I was like really doing my job well, right? And so they put a suggestion in the suggestion box, right? And I was like, oh, cool, the boss takes them up. And they're like, yeah, the boss takes them up. And so I'm like, yo, what does she do with them? Throws them in the trash. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All right. And so, let me think. I'm gonna skip a little bit, because there's some of the stuff that she did, like, I can't remember. But there's some big stuff that really, like, she really raised the bar. There's some stuff that really raised the bar. And then there's like 3 things in particular I'm about to talk about where she really raised the bar, alright? So, one day, a Tekken 7 arcade stick comes in. And I'm like, yo, that arcade stick is sick. It was like new. It was like new. Somebody was like selling it. and we gave him like $60 for it, I think. And so we couldn't find a price for it. Like, we had the system that gives us prices, and we just couldn't find a price for it. And like, she wants to find the price like online before she like makes one up, because she didn't want to lose money. And like, I get that, that makes sense. And so I'm like, yo, I'm really good at finding stuff. So I found it one day, and so I'm like, oh, it's I found it on eBay for $100. And then she was like, oh, okay. Oh, but shipping says $40, so it's gonna be $140.
Ah.
Oh.
Well, you know, it's not a chance. It's not a word.
I'm like, excuse me? I said it was $100. And she's like, yeah, but also $40. So sure enough, we sold that thing. We had it in our little cage display for $140. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Is this what she does? And guys, she definitely does that. I found out that if she finds a price on eBay, she adds in the shipping. Because we had another fight stick come in, and it was like $60, and then it was like shipping was like $40, so she put it at $100. And like, so here I am going crazy. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's it. She can't go any higher. This is it. She has set the bar. She can't go any higher. And sure enough, she did. One day, she comes through and she's like, oh, I bought some Japanese video games.
Oh no.
Guys, she bought some Japanese PlayStation 2 video games, man.
Oh no.
Guess what? We didn't have a single Japanese PlayStation 2 to sell to anybody. So we have these region-locked games in the store. And so then I'm like, you know what? That's a waste of money, but I get it. Some people might buy it for the novelty. There were some people that bought it for the novelty. But I'm like, she can't sell any lower than this. This is dumb. That was crazy. But she definitely set the bar. She went lower, alright? One day, she comes through. And she's all like, oh, I bought a lot of stuff in bulk from auctions, right? Now, let me tell you about auctions. There's some times where she gets some good stuff, like GameCube controllers and stuff. And there are some times when she gets some bad stuff, like third-party controllers. And like used, like she'll buy like used like headsets. And I'm like, ew, that's nasty. Don't make me test these. She definitely made me test those, but I didn't put it on my head because I wasn't trying to get tetanus. That's nasty. And so, one day, I didn't think she could go any lower. She could not stoop any lower. But she definitely, she did it. She did it, y'all. Alright? So, this is when, okay, this was the time when the Switch was out, right? This was the time when nobody could get a Nintendo Switch. It was harder to find than the Wii. Nobody could get a Switch, right? And she made this order, right? Mind you, keep it in mind, nobody could buy a Switch, but she made an order for Switch screen protectors. Y'all, guess how many she bought?
I don't want to guess.
15.
Too damn many.
15? Oh, no, she didn't buy 15. She didn't buy 15.
I go with Brandon. 120.
120.
Oh, no, she didn't buy 15.
I said 120.
12.
She bought 62 screen protectors for a console that we did not have in the store. And a console that was not in Walmart. And so I said, I lost it. I went hysterical. I was like, there's no way. I'm done. I can't believe it. She set the bar. She can't go any lower than this. This is it. And I don't think she did anything No. She did some more stuff. I remember some stuff now. All right. Okay, I remember some stuff. This is some stuff, but not. I don't think it's as stupid as the screen protector thing. That was bad. 62, and like there were no switches at all. And to this day, oh, I had to count them. Like I had to count all her stock that she bought from auctions because she's like that. All right. And so, to this day, nobody has bought a screen protector. How do I know? Because I'm the only person that was gonna buy one, but they're open. And so, like, I was like, you know what? Never mind. And so, here's another dumb thing that she did. This one actually kind of ties with the screen protector thing. But there's this local gaming bar. There's like this barcade, all right, real sick. It's called Stop Button. If you're ever in Fayetteville, I'm about to do this plug, shameful plug. I don't care. Cool place. If you're ever in Fayetteville, North Carolina, near Hope Mills, go to Stop Button. It's a barcade. They have straight up arcade games like X-Men Arcade to like Tekken 5. No, Tekken 4. They got like The Simpsons. They got Street Fighter. They got Capcom vs. SNK. And then they got like this generation. They got like PS4 and Xbox One. Real cool place. You know, whatever. All right, plug over. At the time, like when my manager used to be there, she was trying to like plug those guys in our store. And then like the barcade was trying to plug us. And so, like, they were buying stuff from us, and then, like, we were telling people to go to them, and it was a good relationship, right? And one day, I don't know what happened, but I walk in, like, one day, and my manager was all like, yo, the boss just, like, totally burnt that bridge. We no longer, like, advertise Stop Button. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I don't know what happened. I got a little bit of details now, but apparently my boss went to go talk to the owner of this barcade. And I don't know what she said, but she disrespected him. And like, literally Duke was like, I don't care. I don't want to have anything to do with her. I don't even want to see her. And I'm like, what are you, huh? And so I'm like, why did she do that? And so my coworker says she burnt that bridge because she thought that the barcade was competition, and she didn't want to talk about competition. Now, I want you guys to let this like sink in. This is a barcade. Stop Button's a barcade, and the place I was working at, Pro Gaming, we are a retail game store. One place sells games, the other place lets you play games all day for $7 on free play. Oh, all the machines are on free play. You can bring your own console. They do free play for $7 flat fee. We sell video games. She said they were competition. And so then I lose my mind because I'm like, what do you mean they're competition? They don't sell video games. So then she, like, my coworker's like, oh, she doesn't care. She just sees them as competition. And I'm like, she's the one that doesn't know anything about video games. Maybe she should let us, like, I don't know, do our job and, like, advertise and sell video games. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Then, like, 6 months pass, and I kid you not, out of nowhere, I hear from my coworker that she's trying to do a partnership with Stop Button, this barcade. She's trying to do a partnership again, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? like what I don't understand. So coworkers like, yeah, he's trying to, advertise them and, us get, advertisement. I'm like, she can't do that anymore because she acted stupid and she just totally disrespected that man. And so then I go over to the dude and I'm like, hey man, look, I know that you don't necessarily want to advertise us, but I'm down with advertising you guys. And he was like, you know what, that's cool because I don't want anything to do with her. And I'm like, yo, totally, I understand. I'm in your corner. She is stupid. And he's like, yeah, she is stupid. All right. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. I ended up quitting because,
Proud of you.
yeah, college, and it was bad. It was bad.
Terrible.
Oh, okay. Here's another bad one. Here's another bad one about her. All right?
Hold on there, dog. Let me slow you right there.
Huh?
Let me slow you right there. Terrence, I hate to be rude, but we've reached the limit mark on the podcast time.
Well, this one's quick.
All right, go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. I don't give a fuck.
This just gives you another idea how dumb she is. I had to go to the doctor, so I'm like, hey, I can't come in today. And so she was all like, are you really sure you can't come in? Because she can't run the store for herself, all right? So I go, right? And then I come back, and I'm like, all right, I can come in. So I come into the store, and like she's struggling. And what I mean by struggling, like she answers the phone. And they ask her questions, and she's like, Terrence, answer this. And so then they're all like, hey, I want to know how much this game is. And I'm like, you really can't look up this game and tell them how much it is? And, yeah, she can't answer the phone. That's how, like, bad she is at what she does. She's just an owner. She just knows how to write checks. Dumb boss. Worst boss I ever had. Yeah, that's it.
Shout out to, what was it again? Alright, so I got a couple questions regarding games. You said you never bought new games. So what was like?
How do you have a collection? How do you have a collection?
Well, you don't buy new. You don't buy anything.
All we had was like retro games.
You don't like have anything good.
Well, with the...
See, that was the thing. The thing we sold, I mean, we sold like every once in a while we would get like rare stuff. We get like Melee, or we'll get like Soul Calibur, or Power Stone, or we'll just get like rare stuff. And so people will come for like the rare stuff every now and then. And in my town, like the only other game store was a GameStop, and they didn't have retro games. So that was like our thing. We have retro games. But like the problem was like people were coming in too often and looking for new games. And so like we could have got more money selling new games, but my boss was just stupid. And she didn't know how to like work that out.
Oh well.
Hey man, your story's been very interesting. I appreciate everyone I heard.
Hey, well, see, I just think they're normal, but then I found out it's not that normal. These people are actually ridiculous.
But it's all good.
Well, this one has been an interesting podcast. I say so myself. The second one, catch us back again next Sunday for the third one. Terrence, do you shout outs again? Hey, you don't shut the fuck up, nigga. Alright.
Wow.
Why I'm tripping? Why you tripping? Motherfucker.
Hey, say shit.
Yo, hey, wait,
Yeah?
Well, since no one else is saying anything, keep stupid. In 2020, check out
Yo, Khalil, you fucking ignore me. Why the hell are you
Alright, this podcast is deteriorating. We'll catch you next week. All the ads will be in the description by the end of this. Thank you for joining us today, Terrence. You've been a lovely guest. I love your stories. Great man. Follow him on all his shit also.
Follow me on Instagram. I won't follow you back, but I appreciate it.
He'll appreciate it.
Hey,
the shitstorm.
I don't know my Twitter name.
The shitstorm will continue for the third episode. Shit, I don't even know why I'm doing that. Y'all can't see. It don't. Oh fuck! All the audio. All right, catch y'all later. All right. Oh
Yeah, it's
shit!
getting crazy.
Is this still? Oh fuck! Hold on. I don't even know what the